Okay. Now any method you can join YouTube and both. Okay, now. Now okay. Okay. Sorry for late. Now 47. Uh, let's see. Stefan here. Who is absent? Dilip, Dinul. Sanura. Okay. Great. Okay. We're going to start question number 1. This is your exam. I think you all know your marks of the final marks of the first exam. I think the maximum 26. Maximum highest score was 26, and more than 20. How many students? Only 8, I think. Only 8 students got more than 20. They are very good, but if you less than 20, now you know your working pattern, and whatever there is a problem. Okay, now you can identify and work for the next exam. Work for the next exam. Okay, question number 1. The least count of a vernier caliper is 0.1 millimeter. The least count of the vernier caliper is 0.1 millimeter. If the length of a main scale is 1 millimeter and the length of vernier scale segment is asking. The length of vernier scale segment is asking. Okay, for this, mainly this question based on the least count of the vernier caliper. That is a point. That is a point in the lesson which the question came. The least count of the vernier caliper is given 0.1 millimeter, and the length of main scale segment, it's also given. What is the length of vernier scale segment is asking. Okay, you already know. You already know the least count of, in the first lesson, first instrument, vernier caliper part, we discussed the least count of the vernier caliper. The least count of the vernier caliper. The least count of vernier caliper. What is the equation? One segment distance, or one segment length of main scale. One segment length of main scale minus one segment length of, very simple equation, one segment length of vernier scale. Now in this question, the least count is given. The least count is 0.1 millimeter, and the main scale one segment, it is given 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter is the main scale one segment. Then the question asks the one segment of vernier scale, think it is x. Think it is x. Now you can isolate the x. Very simple. You can isolate the x. How? X get into this side, then it is positive. 0.1 get into right side. Then 1 millimeter minus 0.1 millimeter. The x means the length of one segment of vernier scale. The value is 0.9 millimeter. The value is, the answer is 0.9 millimeter. If anything need to note down, please note down. I'm not giving extra time for write down. If you want anything, you can note down. If you need any equation or calculation, if you need, I can give you a few seconds. You can note down quickly, or you can take a screenshot and write later. But you have to complete. Okay, the answer for first one, answer number, the answer 0.9 millimeter. The answer number 3. The answer number 3. The answer number 3. Answer number 3. I think these are all are correct. Okay, go to the second question. If any doubt, please send me. Okay. If any doubt about any question, you can ask me. Your chat is open now. The scale of a vernier scale is arranged as follows when taking a measurement. The instrument given reading will be, the instrument given reading is asking 10, and there is a hint given. The hint given 10 vernier divisions coincide to 9 millimeter on the main scale. 10 vernier divisions coincide with 9 millimeter on the main scale. Then how we get the least count? Actually, the hint, by this hint, you can find the least count, no? 10 millimeter, 10 vernier divisions coincide to 9 millimeter on the main scale. Now you already know it is the same as standard vernier caliper. If it is standard vernier caliper, the least count of this instrument 0.1, that you already know. The least count is 0.1, this given vernier caliper. Now the instrument given reading asking, instrument given reading. Okay, do you remember how we get how we read any measurement in vernier caliper? What are the steps? First of all, I told in within 4 steps. The measurement reading in vernier caliper, I explained with 4 steps. What is the first one? Get the main scale value. Get the main scale value. How we find the main scale value? According to the vernier scale 0. Vernier scale 0 එක තියෙන කලින් එක. I told the main scale value before vernier scale 0, it is the main scale value. According to this given scale, the main scale value is 2 centimeter. 2 centimeters mean 20 millimeters, that you already know. 20 millimeter. The main scale value 20 millimeter. 20 millimeter plus 20 millimeter. And no need plus, we can add later. 20 millimeter. And what is our next second step? Get the coincide parts. Get the coincide number of parts. The coincide number of parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the coincide. 5 is the coincide. Then 5 multiplied by the least count of the instrument. Now you already know the least count of the instrument is 0.1 millimeter. Why? It is given a hint. A hint is given. 10 vernier divisions coincide with 9 millimeter on the main scale parts. Then we can decide the least count of the instrument is 0.1 millimeter. Then the coincide part is 5. 5 multiplied by the 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 into 5, it is 0.5. 0.8. After that, you need to add these two values. 20 plus 0.5, it is 20.5 is the value. 20.5, the reading is 20.5 millimeter. 20.5 millimeter. 20.5 millimeter is the answer, but the answers given in centimeters. Answers given in centimeters, you can convert into centimeter by dividing 10. 20.5 millimeter, that means 2.05 centimeter. 2.05 centimeter. Answer number 3. Answer number 3. Answer number 3. Okay. Okay. First two questions, are you good? Any doubt in first two questions? We discussed two questions now. Understood? If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, they are very simple things. No, we discussed in measurement lesson. We did many exercises, how to read measurements, how to read vernier measurements, how do we get errors, and how we get accurate measurements by adding or subtracting these errors. Everything we already discussed. Okay, come to the third one. In a micrometer screw gauge, when circular scale rotate 10 revolutions, along linear scale, the circular scale moving 5 millimeter distance. 5 millimeter distance. What is the screw gap of the micrometer screw gauge? Okay. How we get the screw gap? How we get the screw gap? Okay, what is the meaning of the screw gap? If you know the definition of the screw gap, then you can get the screw gap very simply. For calculation also, for this calculation, you only need to know the definition of the screw gap. Do you know what is another name for screw gap? When a namak kiyanne screw gap eකට? Can you send me another name for screw gap? What? Yes. Others? What are the other names that we can use for the screw gap? Screw gap. Yes. Pitch. The screw gap that we already called as pitch. 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 Yes. Pitch. It's not the cricket pitch. It's a pitch of the screw. Pitch of the screw. Actually, the pitch in screw nut. If you got screw nut, wait, I will show you. This one. If you got this type screw nut, the pitch mean the gap between two threads that we called as threads. මේවට අපි කියන්නේ threads කියලා. Okay, the gap between two threads that we called as this gap. This small gap we called as a thread pitch or screw gap of the screw nut. But in micrometer screw gauge, it is not same as a screw nail. Then how we define the screw gap or pitch in micrometer screw gauge? Yes, while rotating one revolution, the circular scale rotate one revolution along linear scale sleeve circular scale moving distance that we called as the pitch or screw gap. It can occur revolution එකක් rotate වෙද්දී along linear scale, it is moving distance that we called as a screw gap. Okay, now come to the question. In a micrometer screw gauge, when circular scale rotate 10 revolution rotates along linear scale, the circular scale moving 5 millimeter distance. Within 10 revolution, 5 millimeter distance. Then within one revolution, how many distance? What is the distance within one revolution? Within 10 millimeter, 10 revolution, 5 millimeter. Then within one revolution, it is 0.5 millimeter, half millimeter. Hmm? 2 millimeter. How you got 2 millimeter? How it is coming? 2 millimeter. Within 10 revolution, 5 millimeter. Yes, within 10 revolution, 5 millimeters. Then within one revolution, how we get? 5 divided by 10, it is 0.5 millimeter. Answer number 4. Answer number 4, very simple. Answer number 4. Please, any doubt? Please ask. If you have any doubt, please ask. If you have any doubt, please ask. Okay, they are very simple questions. Let's complete quickly. Actually, this paper is very simple, you know. Very simple, only 2 to 3 questions, bit advanced, but other all questions are very simple. If you know the basic theory concept, you can easily answer for these questions. Okay, actually, some questions, as looking the question, you can get the answer, as we discussed earlier. First questions. Which part of the micrometer screw gauge should be rotated to prevent unnecessary pressure being applied to the object being measured? What is the part that we called as ratchet, or what is the other name? Thimble head. Ratchet or 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 thimble head. That we already discussed. I'm not going to explain further about these simple questions. I hope to go for advanced questions quickly. Okay, the reading shown in the micrometer screw gauge shown in the figure is the micrometer screw gauge. There is a figure given with scale positions. Then the question asks, what is the value given in micrometer screw gauge? What's the value given in micrometer screw gauge? Okay, can you read this? Okay, what is your first step? Get the linear scale value that we called as linear scale. That we called as linear scale. And the rotating part we called as circular scale. Rotating scale we called as circular scale. Then what are the steps? We get the reading using micrometer screw gauge. First of all, get the linear scale value. As I think you can remember, the linear scale value, it is the final value you can observe in the linear scale. No, this is 0, this one 0.5, this is 1, then 1.5 millimeter is the 1.5 millimeter is the value finally you can observe in the linear scale. Okay, that is the linear scale value. Linear scale value. After that, get the coincide parts. Coincide part. You already know the circular scale values always calibrate into upward direction. Upward direction. Now 30, 35, 40 like this. It's always go to upward direction. Now the coincide part with the linear scale middle axis, it is 35. This one 36. 36. Then you can get the 36 is the coincide part. 36 is the coincide part. 36 multiplied by the least count. This is a standard micrometer screw gauge. Then what is the least count? It is 0.01 millimeter that we already discussed. 0.01 millimeter is the least count. Then you can add these values. 1.5 millimeter plus 1.5 millimeter plus 36 into 0.01, it is 0.36. 0.36 millimeter. Okay, this is the answer. 1.5 plus 0.36. What is the value? 1.86. 1.86 is the answer. Now you can get the answer according to given answers. 1.86 is the answer number 4. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Any doubt up to now, Kabir? Fatima, are you there? Okay. Then who is absent today? The YouTube. YouTube के पढ़ाई में तमा 50, then only 20. Okay. Question number 6. The circular scale of a micrometer screw gauge consists of 100 divisions. The least count of this device is 0.01 millimeter. The pitch of this device will be the pitch of the device. How we get this? The pitch of the device. The pitch of this device. Okay, pitch mean the screw gap. Then you can get the screw gap. What is this? Sorry. The pitch mean screw gap. It's correct. We can get the least count of the micrometer screw gauge. Least count. They are very simple, basic theory questions. Okay, the least count of the micrometer screw gauge. It is equal to screw gap divided by the number of circular scale part. Number of circular scale part. Number of circular scale parts. I'm not going to write full one. If you want, you can note down the least count of the micrometer screw gauge the equation available in the tute, the equation given in the tute also, the least count of the micrometer screw gauge equals the screw gap or pitch divided by the number of circular scale parts. Number of circular scale parts. Now this question, the least count of the instrument given. The least count of the instrument is 0.01 millimeter. 0.01 millimeter. The screw gap is asking. The screw gap, pitch mean screw gap. Then for screw gap, I use S. S variable, whatever value you can use here, whatever letter. Then the number of circular scale parts given here consists is 100 divisions in circular scale. It is 100. Now you can isolate the screw gap S by cross multiplication. Cross multiplications, very simple questions. S equal 0.01 into 100. It is 1 millimeter is the screw gap. It's not a standard micrometer screw gauge. It's a different type of micrometer screw gauge, but by this relationship, by this equation, you can get the value 1 millimeter. 1 millimeter. 1.0 millimeter mean 1 millimeter. 1.0 mean 1 millimeter. Okay, first page, 6 questions completed. Any doubt up to now? Sanura? Sarmia? Mariam? Okay. Now I think you can understand, no? If you're doing mistake here. Okay. I want to say these exam marks, don't think and don't worry anyone about these marks, because it is not actual exam type paper. It is very simple paper, and only few advanced questions, only 2 to 3 advanced questions I put past paper questions here. But you have time now, and you can identify your mistakes here. It is very important. That's why it is compulsory face to this exam. Make a ලියලා බලන්න කිව්වේ ඒකයි. එතකොට මේකෙන් ඔයාලට now you can understand your mistakes and your working pattern. If there are any mistakes in your working pattern or your working time management, again you can think what is your level. What's your level? It is the identifying it during these 2 years, time to time, at least one time per month. If you can identify your level, then it is very important for improvements. If you need a good result for improvement, it will be very important, because if you don't know your level, otherwise next month you can't work, you can't manage your works. Which level you need to work, you can't identify. Therefore, if you now for this month you got these marks, now you can work for the next exam after basic mathematics completed, physical and online, all students, you have next exam. Not only basic mathematics, it's coming from 4 lessons: measurements, forces, area and volume, measurement, forces, area and volume, trigonometry. Measurement, forces, area and volume, and trigonometry within 1.5 months. 1.5 months we can complete overall four first lessons. Now this is the measurement is our second lesson, the forces is our fourth lesson. Now first lesson we starting from next week, it is area and volume. After that we start the third lesson. Then within 1.5 months, 1 month or 1.5 months, you can complete your first four lessons in your syllabus. Then after that we can take another exam with not only MCQ paper, we can take another different structured and essay, including we can do a perfect exam. Then you can measure again your what is your level and how you need to improve again. Okay, that's how you need to improve. You know, in our 2024 A level also we got island level result due to this program. Otherwise, if you cover only lessons, anyone cannot get mark. At least C. At least C. C mean, you know, C pass is actually general. C එකක් ගන්නවා කියන්නේ very not actually task. It's only 55 marks. But more than 75 is the actual task. ඒක තමයි task එක. Because you have to reduce your mistakes. 55 mean like 50 marks you can remove. You can 50% you can do mistakes, but 75% if you improve. How many lessons do we have in total? We have 25 lessons, you mean? Only SFT have 25, ET I think 17, I think. ET and BST less number of lessons, but we have 25 lessons. If it is 25 lessons, the middle part is very interesting. The heat, thermal chemistry. Actually, if after we start chemistry part, it is very interesting. Not like physics. Now our first lessons are, unfortunately, until 6 months we have to deal with physics and maths. After 6 months, now for 2026 students, we doing interesting lessons. We started heat, thermal chemistry, kinetic chemistry, in the industrial chemistry, natural products, environment chemistry, electricity. They are good lessons, very interesting. But for do these lessons interesting way, you should complete this basic knowledge. You should have improve your basic knowledge and improve your time management and working patterns. Working patterns very important to improve within the first 6 months. You have 2 years, but it's not a very long time. Only 24 weeks. Within 24 weeks, you have 3 bulk subjects. It's not the time is not enough actually if you not manage well. If you only well manage, you can balance these 3 bulk subjects within this given time, within this 24 months. Otherwise, if you have 24 months, it's not enough for study this to our entire 3 syllabus. Therefore, this first 6 months is very important. Maria, will you send the tute? Which tutes? Which lesson tute you need, Maria? I think you already got. No, you have now rotational motion tutes. No, our next lesson. Next week we starting area and volume. The area and volume. Math lessons, you don't have tubes. Math lessons, we cannot continue with tubes. Maths lesson, you have only 5 tubes. We can write the small note and we have a lot of calculations. Math lessons, you don't have tubes. The next physics lesson tube you already have. The rotational motion, right? Then after that, every lessons you have tubes. Only maths 5 lessons don't have tubes. Okay, Sanu. Okay, every theory lessons you have tubes. Now this is 20. They are 25 students tubes. Every theory lessons, this is for environment chemistry, natural products, and this tube you have rotational motion. And this is industrial chemistry. And our bulk lesson is cell structure. Where is our cell structure tube? Yeah, this one. This is our cell structure. And we have another bulk lesson, biomolecule. Biomolecule, I think we don't have printed tube now. I will print and I will send before 1 to 2 weeks start the lesson. The biomolecule also same type tube. The both biology lessons. We have only 2 biology lessons. We have only 2 biology lessons. Biomolecule and cell structure. This is a cell structure lesson. Biomolecule also you have same type bulk tube. Okay, they are the bulk lesson. Other physics lessons are not very bulk long lessons, but physics lessons also you have tubes. Math lesson you don't have tubes. Seven. Question number 7. The figure show the position of the scale when the jaws of a vernier caliper are in contact. Okay, jaws of the vernier caliper in contact mean what is this given? That's mean jaws of the vernier caliper in contact mean the meaning it don't have any object between jaws. Internal and external jaws don't have any object. Then what we checking here? What we check? The zero error. The zero error is the instrument we can check by this method. The correct statement regarding the instruments. Okay, before go to the answers, this one, positive zero error or negative zero error? The given instrument, the given error, positive or negative? What do you think? Positive or negative? The given error, positive or negative? Yes, it is a negative. It's a negative. If it is positive zero error, very easy. Positive zero error, then we can get the coincide parts, then multiply with least count, get the positive zero error. But it is a negative zero error. It's a negative zero error. Then how we get the negative zero error? The negative zero error we can get by the total vernier scale parts minus coincide part. Coincide part 1, not coincide 2, not coincide 3, not coincide 4, not coincide 5, not coincide 6, not coincide 7 coincide. multiply by the least count, 0.1 millimeter. Remember, 10 minus 7. 10 is the total number of vernier parts, minus 7 is the coincide part, multiplied by the least count that we already discussed in the lesson. Okay, this value is 3 multiplied by the 0.1 millimeter. 0.1 millimeter, the value is 0.3 millimeter. 0.3 millimeter is the value. Okay, the negative zero error. The negative zero error is the 0.3 millimeter. Negative zero error 0.3 millimeter. Then it is a negative zero error. Then for get the accurate measurement, if you got any measurement using this type error instrument, how we get the accurate measurement? By adding or subtract this error. Now, very good. By adding. Why? It is a negative zero error. The negative zero error, what is the reason? What's the reason for coming negative zero error? Wearing off some smooth layers between jaws, removing some smooth layers. Then the less value than actual value is coming as the measurement reading. Then by adding this negative zero error, that we can get the accurate measurement of the instrument given measurement. Okay, answer number 1, the zero error is 0.6, no. The zero error 0.7, no. The zero error 0.4, no. The zero error 0.7, no. There is no answer. One zero is zero එකක් වැඩි. Okay, the answer 5, the zero error is 0.3 millimeter and the error need to be at 0.3, not 0.03, 0.3. Oh, We can take it is 0.9 millimeter divided into 100 part vernier scale, right? Because they don't have mentioned standard. No, it is only vernier scale parts 10 unit. It is given the vernier scale only 10 parts. Then the least count is 0.1. Yes, it is given. Okay, the following facts about the triple beam balance. We already discussed the triple beam balance, no? The maximum reading up to 2610 grams can be obtained without any extra bars. Without any extra bars, what is the maximum measurement? It is 2610 or 610 or 1610. I told triple beam balance mean 3 beams, no? Yes, it is 3 beams. I told the middle one is the maximum, the 100, it's going 100 by 100, then the maximum 500 in middle one. The final one, it is 10 by 10, it is 100. The nearest one, the third one, it is 1 by 1, it is 10. Then without any extra bar, it is 610, not 2610. With, not without. If it is with, then it is correct. But this statement is wrong. This given statement is wrong. This given statement is wrong. The given statement is wrong. Yes, without extra bars, the maximum value 610 grams. 610 grams. The least count of the instrument is 0.1 gram. I told, yes. The smallest measurements, that means the smallest beam, it has calibrated 1 gram and 2 grams like this. 1 gram, 2 grams like this. And each 1 gram it divided into 10 parts. Then 1 gram divided into 10 means the least count is 0.1 gram. It is correct. It's correct. The least count is 0.1 gram. It's correct. The principle of movement of forces used in this device, yes, very, it is accurate. Why? I told the triple beam balance is like a lever. The all beams, if we have 3 beams, it is connected as a one beam. Then think this is a beam and this is the measuring plate. When we keep any object on the measuring plate, what happened? The indicator going up, and when it is released, it is going down like this. The mechanism of the moment of force mechanism used in the triple beam balance, it is correct. The answer number B and C. B and C. Answer B and C. Any doubt you can ask? Yes. Okay, come to the question number 9. Which of the following reading is not a measurement taken with standard vernier caliper? This question very important. Which of the following reading, it's not a measurement taken with standard vernier caliper. What's the meaning of the standard vernier caliper? The standard vernier caliper mean, how about the least count of standard vernier caliper? How about the least count of standard vernier caliper? Yes, standard vernier caliper mean that we can measure 1 millimeter, divide into 10 parts, then 0.1 millimeter is the least count of the standard micrometer, sorry, standard vernier caliper. Then the standard vernier caliper, now you can check. And I told another thing. What is the maximum measurement that we can obtain? Yes. What's the maximum measurement that we can obtain by standard vernier caliper? Send me Umindu. What is the maximum measurements that we can obtain? Yes. Others by standard vernier caliper? Maximum making? Yes, Fatima. Yes, Kabir. It is 15 centimeter is the maximum measurement. 15 centimeter mean like your small ruler, not 30 centimeter one, your small ruler, half ruler. That's the maximum measurements. Okay, now you can check 0.1 millimeter is the least count. That's okay. That's okay. That we can obtain. That's okay. 0.05 centimeters means 0. Okay. These centimeters values you have to convert into millimeters. Otherwise, you can't decide. It is 0.5 millimeters. 0.5 millimeter, okay. No? 0.5, 0.5. 1 puluhan නම් එකත් පුළුවන්. 5 millimeter. 5 millimeter, that's also okay. 5 millimeter, okay. 0.08 centimeter, that's mean 0.08 millimeter. It has a problem, no? This one 2.8 2.8 millimeter. 2.8 millimeter, okay. 2.8 millimeters, okay. But is it possible to 0.08 millimeter? No. Why? By standard vernier caliper, the maximum decimal point in millimeter, 1. It has 2 decimal point. 2 decimal point. We can't get measurement up to 2 decimal point. Maximum only 1 decimal point. Why? The least count is 0.1 millimeter. Therefore, only 1 decimal point we can obtain by standard micrometers, standard vernier caliper. Sorry, standard vernier caliper. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Answer number 4. Question number 10. Which of the following reading is not a measurement taken with standard micrometer? For online students, it was a printing typing error here. The not is missing in your paper. No? It should be not a measurement. For online students, I given marks for all students. Answer 3. answer has 3 decimal points, right? Which answer? Chalana. This one. You asking this one? Yeah, it has 3 decimal point in centimeters. No? You have to compare with converting to millimeter. If you convert into millimeter, it is 0.08 millimeter multiplied by 10. 10 guna kara. Then it has 2 decimal point in millimeters. In millimeters, you can get only 1 decimal point in standard vernier caliper. That's why it is wrong. We cannot get by standard vernier caliper. Clear? Okay, online students all have marks for this question. Which of the following reading is not a measurement taken with the standard micrometer screw gauge? Okay. Now, in standard micrometer screw gauge, what is the least count? Same method. What's the least count? The least count that we can measure 100, sorry, 1 millimeter divided into 100 parts. Then one part we can measure, that's mean the least count is 0.101 millimeter. 0.01 millimeter is the least count. And what is the maximum measurement that we can taken by the standard micrometer screw gauge? The maximum measurement? What's the maximum measurement? Yes. Good, Fatima. The maximum measurement 25 millimeter or 2.5 centimeter. Only 2.5 centimeter, like this 2.5 centimeter. That's a maximum measurement. That's like this type distance only we can measure in standard micrometer screw gauge. Now come to the answers. 1.25 millimeter. It's okay. Why? It can get up to 2 decimal point in millimeter in micrometer screw gauge. It is possible to get up to 2 decimal point. 33.5 millimeter. 33.5 millimeter mean it is 3 point. It has a problem, no? It has a problem. Come to third question. 3.56 centimeter. If we convert into millimeter, it is 5.6 millimeters. It's no problem. It's okay. 2.23. That's mean 22.3 millimeter. 1 decimal point, no problem. 1 decimal point and it is less than 25 millimeter. It's okay. 1.99 millimeter. It's okay. 2 decimal point. Okay. 2 decimal point. Okay. But if we convert this one, it is greater than maximum measurement, no? Therefore, that we cannot get. That we cannot get by micrometer screw gauge. That we cannot get by micrometer screw gauge. Standard one. Standard one. Okay, question number 12. Now we move into force lesson questions. Which of the following force not possible to? Resultant force of two forces, 2 Newton and 8 Newton. Not possible. That's been impossible value for the resultant force. Impossible value for the resultant force. How we get it? How we get the impossible value for the resultant force? Then I told there are two forces given that in the tutorial class also we discussed. Two forces given. Now two forces, we don't know how these two forces are attained. Okay, we don't know if it is same direction acting along same direction. If you we don't know it is acting along opposite direction or perpendicular directions with different angles. We don't know. But I told last day tutorial class one special concept. If these two forces act into same direction, 2 Newton and 8 Newton act along same direction, that is the maximum resultant force that can attain with these two forces. Then the maximum resultant force, R maximum is 10 Newton, 8 plus 2. Then again I told, if two forces act on opposite direction, 8 Newton and 2 Newton act along opposite direction, that's a minimum resultant force that can act with these two forces. That's the minimum resultant force, R minimum. That we called 8 minus 2, it is 6. Sorry, 8 minus, yes, it is 6 Newton. Then 6 Newton, okay. 7.2, okay. 8.5, okay. 10 also okay. But 4 Newton, 4 cannot attain. 4 Newton with not within the given acceptable range. 4 varadi. Come to question number 13. This is a past paper question, full past paper question. This is full past paper question. It's not my question. A man push a 180 Newton lawn mower. 180 Newton lawn mower means it is not the person applied force. It is the weight of this instrument. The weight of this instrument, 180 Newton. 180 Newton. At a constant velocity, this is the key point. Constant velocity, as shown in the figure, the friction force on the lawn mower is 90 Newton. The friction force is 90 Newton. That means the person pushed the machine into this direction, the friction acts to the opposite direction. The friction acting into opposite direction. 90 Newton. The force that the person must exert on the handle, which makes an angle 45 degree with the ground, and the normal force acting on the lawn mower by the respectively. Normal force mean perpendicular reaction, that we call normal reaction, normal force, different words. That is perpendicular reaction. Now no need to worry about perpendicular reaction. The perpendicular reaction mean R. The R equal 180 Newton. R equal 180 Newton. Then this one wrong. Then we have only two answers. Answers dekai then thin. Then now you can calculate the F force. Now how we start to think here? Now it is the object moving with uniform velocity. That's mean constant velocity. If it is moving constant velocity, mean what's the meaning? this object is balanced or unbalanced? The object already balanced, no? Object already balanced. If it is balanced, if there are any unbalanced forces, then the person applied horizontal force also 90 Newton. Then we can say the person applied horizontal force also 90 Newton. 90 Newton equal. Think the person applied force F cos resolution. F cos 45. No, F cos 45. F cos 45. F cos 45. The cos and sin 45 is given here. 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2. I will write here. 90 equal F cos 45. It is 90 Newton equal F cos 45 mean 1 over root 2. 1 over root 2. Now what to do? Isolate the F. To isolate the F, what we can do? Cross multiplication, no? Both sides multiply with root 2. Root 2 cancel out. The pattern root 2 will multiply. Then root 2 to root 2 cancel out. Only F is remain. 90 root 2 is the answer. The F equal 90 root 2 Newton. Then 90 root 2 and 180. Answer number 2. Very simple questions. Only think in different way that in the lesson already we discussed. No any new things. No? The past paper questions. Any doubt? Delete? Who correct this question? Raise hand. Kabir good, Dumet, Chalana, Dinidu, Sarmia. Good. Good. Fatima, what happened? Correct. Okay. The question, I again explain the same question because one student asking. Read the question again. A man pushed a 180 Newton lawnmower at a constant velocity. The constant velocity is the important point, as shown in the figure. The friction force is given. The friction force means resistance force. No? Then it is 90 Newton. The force that the person must exert on the handle. The question asks the force man need to applied and on the handle and the normal reaction, normal force. Normal reaction mean the weight is 180. Weight is 180. Then weight 180 mean we can get the weight 180. The perpendicular reaction, no need to worry. It is same. It is a auto adjustable force and the surface is horizontal. Therefore, no need to worry. It is 180. Therefore, that we can remove these all answers because this perpendicular reaction is wrong. It is 180. That up to now, okay? Sarmia. 180 Newton, it's easy. The weight 180, therefore, actually the 18 kilogram is the mass of this machine. 18 kilogram machine. Then the weight 180, the perpendicular reaction also 180. Then now you need to get the person applied force on the handle. Person applied force on the handle. And this angle is given 45 degrees. 45 degrees. Now, if it is moving with uniform velocity, this horizontal applied force need to equal to the friction force. That's why there is no any unbalanced force. No? It is a balanced object. Now this F, I think the applied force is F cos 45 is the horizontal component. F cos 45 should be equal to 90 if it is moving with uniform velocity. If it is moving with uniform or constant velocity, the person applied component F cos 45 should be equal to 90. That's why it is moving with uniform or constant velocity. Now, okay. Then the 90 equal F cos 45. F is the person applied force, F cos 45. Now I isolate F. Okay, again try it. After, now note down your answers, methods. After that, keep separate your answer script and try again get the PDF and again try to get the same answers again. If there are any point doubt, you can again go to the video or this answer script. Again try again and again. Question number 14, a 20 Newton meter of torque. Okay, it is given torque. Actually, the torque also same as moment of force. That torque we discussed in our next lesson, rotational motion. The torque equal to rotation moment of forces. Okay. Now, up to now, keep like this. Keep in mind like this. The torque same as moment of forces. The torque equation also F into D. F into D. 20 Newton meter torque is needed to untighten the tightened nut. A wrench mean is spanner of length 20 centimeter is used for this purpose. As shown in the figure, what is the minimum force should be applied into the handle of the wrench to untie the nut? Very simple question. The moment of force or torque, moment of force equal F into D, that you already know. The moment of force value required is 20 Newton meter. 20 Newton meter. The applied force is asking if we don't know. The distance is 20. 20 you can substitute 20 over 100 to convert into meter. Compulsory to convert into meter because the 20 Newton meter is meter. It's compulsory, if not you wrong. Then 0 to 0 cancel out. 0 to 0 cancel out. 20 F equal, isolate the F, 20 into 10, 200 divide by 2, the F value is 100 Newton. F value is 100 Newton. F value is 100 Newton. Answer number 4. Any doubt? F value is 100 Newton. Answer number 4. In doubt? come to the question number 15. This one also past paper. This may prashna tunam past paper questions. Question number 13, question number 14. This one also past paper questions from fourth lesson. The two hands of a motor apply equal and opposite forces 10 Newton each to the steering wheel of the car as shown in the figure. If the circumference of the steering wheel 1.2 meter, what is the moment of couple applied to the steering wheel? Okay, how we get the moment of couple? Tutorial class last day we already discussed. How we get the moment of couple? The one force value multiplied by the perpendicular distance between two forces. Then if you found this distance, the question is easy, no? If you found this D, the one forces mean 10 into this D, 10 into D is the 10D is the answer. But we don't know the D. Is it 1.2? No. 1.2 is the circumference. What is the circumference? The length of the round of surrounding. Then it is 1.2 meter. Then we can say 1.2 meter equal 25 R, right? 25 R. Then 1.2 meter equal 2 into the 5 is 3. R we don't know. If you found the R, we can get the diameter. Then 2R is the diameter. Now 1.2 equal 6R. Then R equal 1.2 over 6. Can you send me R value? The radius of the steering wheel? The radius of the steering wheel? Yes, lot of answers 0.2 meters. No? Okay, the value is 0.2 meter. It's the radius, but keep in mind this radius, one side length is the radius, but the diameter, then radius 0.2 millimeter, D equals 0.4 millimeter, right? Not millimeter, meter, 0.4 meter, that means 40 centimeter. 40 centimeter. Then the D equals 0.4 meter. Then the moment of the couple of equal 10 into 0.4. Answer 4. Answer number 1. Answer number 1. See, if any doubt, please ask. They are, I think, if they are past paper questions, very simple, no? If you know the lesson clearly, and if you can think few practical identification of the question, easily you can get marks. If you got this type answer, you have 1 mark from 100. Actually, very simple questions. It's a model paper question. When a horizontal force when a horizontal force 3F Newton is applied to an object of mass 2m placed on a smooth table, the acceleration associated with it, the acceleration of the object, the acceleration, if it is accelerating and mass given, and unbalanced force also given. Unbalanced force also given. Then F equal ma is the equation. Then if it is applied on a smooth surface, smooth mean what's the meaning? Smooth mean no need to consider the friction. Actually it has friction, but we can neglect this. The friction we can neglect. Then we don't need to consider about the friction. Smooth table, then we can neglect the friction. Then F equal F mean 3F. The applied force equal to the unbalanced force. Why? There is no any friction force. I got the point. Applied force equal to the resultant force. Why? Only one force, only one horizontal force is act on the object. There is no any horizontal forces. 3F equal mass 2m, sorry. The acceleration is asking. We don't know the acceleration. Acceleration equal 3F, isolate the A, 3F over 2m. 3F over 2m. The answer number 4. Answer number 4. If you have any mistake, you can correct now. To online students, can we continue every week this time? Tuesday? I think you don't have any class Tuesday. ET classes I can inform, but ICT is a problem. I think Tuesday no ICT classes. Okay, let's. The problem, our second group students, few students, Thursday has a problem with ICT. Our group number 2, Saturday class. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if anyone has any class, let me know. Then I will check if we can discuss. So if we ET class, I can discuss and I can change this if it is ET class. But ICT, is the problem. Okay, question number 17. Now, this time we did 25 A-level theory class. Now, 25 A-level theory almost completed. Now, they have more 2 months. Now, this time will be free from September, because for 25 students, we have only half parts, electronics final session only. Electronics wala final electricity wala final take විතරයි තියෙන්නේ. Then after that, this time will be free, and we can get your class. If you all free, we can shift into this. Then ET classes we can give Thursday. The force F acting on an object of mass 5 kilogram on a smooth horizontal surface. Again, smooth horizontal surface. These words very important. These words very important. A smooth horizontal surface. Smooth horizontal surface at an angle 30 degree to the horizontal as shown in the figure. 30 degree to the horizontal. Angle 30 degree to the horizontal. If it has horizontal acceleration 3 meters per square second, the acceleration equal 3 ms minus 2. 3 meters per square second. The magnitude of the force F, same as previous question, right? Same as previous question. If it is accelerate Newton's second law, it is unbalanced. And if it is unbalanced, there is no any friction force. Why? It is a smooth horizontal surface. These words very important. These keywords given in the question. Then F equal ma. The F is the unbalanced force. Why? There is no any resistant force. No resistant force. No resistant force. Then F cos 30 equal mass 5 kilogram. The acceleration 3 ms minus 2. 3 ms minus 2. F cos 30 mean, what's the cos 30 value? Root 3 over 2. Root 3 over 2 equal 5 into 3, 50. 5 into 3, 50. Now, if I isolate the F by cross multiplication, uh, 30 equal, sorry, root 3 F equal 30. Then if I isolate the F equal 30 over root 3. The Marvel 30 over root 3, no answer given. Online students, this question also I given marks. I have given marks because there is mistake here. The answer printing mistake, not printing, typing mistake. Your first answer should be 10 root 3. Okay. Physical students, no problem. I have changed it in for physical. Then now the applied force is 30 over root 3. 30 over root 3 is the applied force. Now what to do? But the answer not given. Is it 30 root 3 equal to 30 over root 3? No, no, no. 30 root 3 is a different value. Now you can do both sides multiply with root 3. Then what happened? 30 root 3 divide by root 3 into root 3, 3. Now what happened? Root 30 divided by 3, it is 10 root 3 is the answer. 10 root 3 is the Newton is the answer. Answer number 1. Online students, make the answer. Answer number 1. The magnitude of the result of two forces of 8 Newton and 6 Newton acting on a perpendicular to each other shown in the figure below. The angle of the resultant force to 6 Newton force are. Very good question. The magnitude of the result of two forces, 8 Newton, 6 Newton acting. First of all, question asks, what is the magnitude of this? What's the magnitude? Okay, the R. R you can get, what is the equation? The R equal, the result force equal P squared plus Q squared square root. That means 8 squared plus 6 squared square root 64 plus 36. It means 136, 100 square roots, it is 10. The magnitude 10. Magnitude 10, that then we can remove these all answers. But we have two doubts. Doubt answers. 10, the answer second one or third one. Now you have to get the then second one asking the angle of the resultant force to 6 Newton force. That's been this theta. The theta is asking. Okay, how we get the theta? I told this type questions. We need to think this system as a, as I explained in the lesson, as a rectangle. Then we can think we need to get this angle. Then we can think this is the opposite. The opposite one in rectangle, opposite sides are equal. Therefore, this side equal to this side. This one 8. Then the tan theta equal. Tan theta equal. I will change the color. Tan theta equal opposite of adjacent. Adjacent don't need to think adjacent 6. Adjacent 6 mean opposite 8. Then theta inverse. Theta equal tan inverse 8 over 6 mean 4 over 3. 4 over 3. Answer number third one. Answer the third. Answer 3. Answer number 3. Answer number 3. Answer number 3. I got Samya. I think you have BST classes today, no? 17th question. Uh, 17th questions. Normally we not keep root values below. අපි සාමාන්‍ය යට root values තියන්නේ නැහැ. But it is not wrong. But normally we not going keep root values in lower values. මේ යට values root තියන්නේ නැහැ. 30 over root 3, 20 over root 2 like values we not going to keep as answer. Therefore, we can multiply both values by root 3. Root 3 වලින් දෙකම multiply කරනවා. Then root 3 into root 3. What's the value? Root 3 එක square වෙනවා. Then root value cancel. It is 3. 30 into root 3. Now 30 and 3 divide into 3. It is 10 root 3. If 3 forces of 20 Newton and 5 Newton and 10 Newton act on an object of mass 5 kilogram as shown in the figure, the acceleration of the object will be Newton's second law. No? The acceleration. Then what to do? First of all, get the resultant force. The resultant force, the F equal ma. The resultant force 20 plus 20 plus 5 into right side direction. It is 25. 10 into left side direction. 25 minus 10. It is 15 Newton. 15 Newton equal the mass of the object. The mass 5 kilogram. 5 kilogram. 5 kilogram. The acceleration is asked. Now I can isolate the acceleration. 15 divided by 5, 3 meters per square second. 3 meters per square second. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Okay, they are very simple question. Question number 20. Question number 20. Okay, today we only discussed 20 questions. Okay. Now 8:13. Then next I'll next Thursday I have to go this week Thursday I have to go for university event that I take today. Then Thursday no class. Remain 9 question. I will upload the recording. You can refer. Okay, if any doubt you can ask me. Remain 8 question from next Tuesday. Then if you have no problem, I will ask again in the group. Then next Tuesday we start our new lesson. 26 students. You have tomorrow you have class as usual. Thursday you don't have. Okay, Thursday I have a special event. This remain 9 question I will upload recording, because today 9 to 11 I have 25 students. The final theory part within today we can complete the entire 25 lessons full covered with today's session. A car with a mass of 5,000 kilogram produce a constant force of 3,000 Newton, and the frictional resistance exerted on the car by the road it is traveling on is 500. If the car start from rest, the velocity of the car after 5 seconds start moving. Same type question but bit advanced. No, if you draw a figure, it is very simple. A car with a mass of 5,000 kilo. 5,000 kilogram in 5 tons. 5,000 kilogram. Constant force applied by the engine, applied constant force. I think it is moving to this direction. Constant force 3,000 Newton. 3,000 Newton. And the friction force, the dynamic friction force, the friction mean resistant force 500 Newton. 500 Newton is the resistant friction force. Then, if the car start from rest, the velocity of the car after 5 seconds, it is starting from 5 rest, starting from rest. Starting point, the velocity 0. After 5 seconds, velocity asked. Okay, now, first of all, it is accelerating. It is accelerating into this direction. First of all, you need to calculate the acceleration of the object. Then after that, you can think for next step. Okay, now it is F equal ma. F equal ma. The F is 3,000 or 500. F is Fatima. What is F? Kabir, what is F? Very good. It is not 3,000 or 500. It is into this direction 3,000, opposite direction 500. Then the F is the unbalanced or resultant force. The F value is 2,500. 2,500 equal 5,008. 5,008. Now you already know the A, acceleration of the object equal 2,500 over 5,000. then it is half. Half mean acceleration equal 0.5 ms minus 2. Acceleration equals 0.5 ms minus 2. Now, what to do? The acceleration starting from 0 rest. The acceleration equal starting from rest. Then what is the meaning of the acceleration? The velocity change within unit time. Then that we can calculate the v2 minus v1, final velocity minus initial velocity. What is final velocity? Final velocity is 0. Final velocity asking v2, and v1 is 0. Why? It is starting from rest. You can again think this type question, very good question. And this change within 5 seconds. Then the acceleration value is 0.5 ms minus 2 equal v2 minus 0 mean v2 mathama, it is 5 seconds. Then what happened? We can isolate the v2 by cross multiplication. The v2 equal 5 into 0.5, 2.5 ms minus 1. Velocity ms minus 1. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. Answer number 2. They are very good questions. Are you good? Any doubt you can ask? Are you good? Yes or not? Okay, any doubt? We discussed today up to 20th questions. Then remain 9 questions. We have only 9 questions because one question I given all. Okay, that one also I will discuss. Remain all questions. I will upload a video. Before next week, I will upload video. Within tomorrow, I will upload video. Like 1 hour video clip. Then you can go through this, and if there are any doubt, ask in next class. I will give you 10 to 15 minutes time. If you have doubt, we can clarify again. Okay, any doubt from today part? Okay. Okay, then we can wind up for today. Next 26 students has class tomorrow. Then after for 27 students, we can meet in next Tuesday then. Okay, next Tuesday. VST ET classes, I think no in Tuesday again. VST class, I will shift into, I will discuss and I will shift into a good time without crash any class. Okay. What else? Okay, then goodbye, good night. Okay.